What was the only V6 to ever be used in a square body? Let's dig into it. Hey, welcome back to Squarebody Stuff. I'm Chad, and this is going to be another Motor Monday. Now, if you haven't already guessed, the only V6 ever used in a square body pickup was the 4.3 liter V6. Now, before we get into a little bit of the history and how they were used in the square bodies, I want to ask you if you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring that notification bell, the way to get notifications whenever I put new videos out. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you feel like. Also, go check out my Teespring link down in the description box below. You can go check that out, and that'll get you to my merchandise where you can check out. I've got hoodies. This is my old kind of grubby square body stuff hoodie. I've got several other designs you might like, so go check that out. Pick something up for you or a loved one or somebody else. I don't care. Just go pick something out. Also, while you're down there, I've got a link to my other YouTube channel called Regular Stuff. Just kind of playing around with another channel. It has to do with everything else I do other than square bodies. So go check that out. Now, last week we went over the 250 straight six. That was the smallest displacement engine ever offered in a square body. This week we're just going to go the next step up, and then next week the next step after this one. But the motor in question, or engine in question, however you want to call them, is the 4.3 liter or 262 cubic inch V6. All right, just a little bit about the 4.3 liter V6 in general. It has 262 cubic inches. The bore and stroke is a 4-inch bore and 3.48 stroke. Now, if that sounds familiar, that is the same bore and stroke as a 350 V8. So basically, the 4.3 liter is a 350 with the front two cylinders chopped off of it. Now, the rod length is also the same as a 350 at 5.700 inches, but instead of the 2.100 of the small block Chevy large journal rods, they are a 2.25 on the 4.3 liter V6. Now, these 4.3 liters came out in the square bodies in 1985. They're the replacement for the 250 straight six. And just like the 250 straight six, they were your base engine. Lowest of the low, the cheapest of the cheap. And they were only offered from 85 until 87 in the trucks. This information is for the trucks sold in America. I don't have any information on the ones in Mexico or maybe Canada. They may be a little bit different because I know they continue the pickup body style in Mexico for a few more years after they quit producing them in the States in 87. In 85 and 86, the RPO code for the 4.3 was an LB1. They were rated 155 horsepower, 230 on the torque, 9.3 to 1 compression, and had a 4-barrel Rochester carburetor on them. Now, in 1987, they changed to the LB4 4.3 liter V6. It was a roller cam instead of the flat tappet for the 85 and 86 LB1. They also went with a throttle body fuel injection, and the horsepower raised up to 160 horsepower, and the torque went to 235. Now, some of you are familiar with this little V6 and know that the later models came out with a counterbalance shaft above the camshaft in the lifter valley. That does not pertain to any of the square bodies. None of the square bodies would have had a counterbalanced engine in it. Now, as far as what trucks they were actually offered in, the only trucks you could get the V6 in was the 2- and 4-wheel drive half tons and the 2-wheel drive 3/4 tons. Now, according to GM Heritage, where I get all this information from, they were not available in the 4-wheel drive 3/4 tons or any of the 1-ton trucks. It was also never available in the Blazer, Suburban, or Crew Cab platform. Now, that pretty much covers everything that has to do with these little V6 engines in the square bodies. Really, they were probably an upgrade from the 250 straight six. The 4.3s are pretty nice for what they are. Now, if you happen to have a 4.3 liter V6 in your pickup, or whatever you might have it in, and want to do some upgrades to it, there's quite a bit of aftermarket support for them. About the only experience I really have with them is my oldest son has one in his little S10 pickup. It's got a decent little cam, aluminum intake, Holley 4-barrel carburetor on it, and some headers. Just your main upgrades to it, and it runs really decent in that little pickup. But with that said, for a full-size pickup like Squarebody, they're probably not going to be the best candidate if you're really wanting to hot rod it. So hopefully you learned something, and until next time, y'all keep your Squarebodies rolling, and we'll catch you later.